I nicked/came up with my own podcast segment, which I've happily
I love the
named
sound of this already.
Airline Concepts, True or False. Some airline concepts, and you'll have to decide whether they were actually true or whether I've just made them up. And don't try base it on the wording, because I've reworded everything so it's in my own kind of I'm not dyslexic, but like kind of really bad English descriptive.
A bit like the EASA exams once they get translated to English.
Yes, it's like that. Probably better than that. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Right. So number 1, the Etihad Formula One theme. In celebration of the 2009 Abu Dhabi Formula One Grand Prix, F1 and Etihad teamed up to provide F1-themed flights flying routes from the UK, Brussels and Spain. Upon boarding, every passenger was greeted by an F1 legend such as Damien Hirst, Felipe Massa or Jenson Button, who would then go and do an hour-long talk about their careers and current affairs within the sport at the front of the cabin. Then every passenger old enough was given a miniature bottle of the podium champagne used in the GP. And finally, F1's greatest moments was broadcast on the in-flight entertainment system. Now, I want you to walk me through your thinking process. And you can ask me any questions, because I can go back.
If that's real, that concept, that's pretty cool. But the other thing is, on what? If it's Etihad, they don't really have aircraft which are single aisle. So they
Yeah,
do they?
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, if that F1 legend is stood at the front, how are the people all the way in the back going to see him? Or they hear him over the PA system, but
I'm trying to keep straight face here, like through them all. So you're not going to get anything from me.
the little podium champagne bottle, that's pretty cool. Pretty good idea. I mean, getting flights to... You said from F1 themed, so I'm guessing like where the tracks are.
Livery.
Yeah, but in terms of flights... Is it
Oh yeah, no.
like,
So they were just from from the UK to Abu Dhabi, from Brussels to Abu Dhabi.
so I'm guessing where there's a track based, the country.
Yeah, it was marketed towards F1. F1 where people watch F1 basically.
I'm going to say that's cap. No, I don't believe that's...
You don't?
No.
Correct.
Yeah.
False.
Yeah, because imagine trying to get the logistics of getting like Felipe Massa and Jenson Button and David Coulthard on.
I'm devastated. I thought that I'd have you then. Okay.
That's too good to be true.
It's my brain. Right, number 2, or numero dos in Spanish.
For our Spanish audience out there.
Yeah, just fluent.
And we got a pretty big Japanese audience.
Japanese.
Yeah. Looking at the stats.
Oh, possibly, I don't know.
I'll have to look.
Yeah, we've got like 12 million from Japan listening to the podcast. That's what it is.
12 mil.
Yeah. and then we've got Varan from Pilot Network in Uzbekistan. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one person
No point
in Uzbekistan.
If you're listening, Varan, I hope you're doing all right. Right, number 2. German nude airlines. So, a German travel agency launched the world's first nude airline to transport the passengers in 2008 on a summer day trip from a German city of Erfurt to a famous Baltic Sea resort. However, passengers were supposed to be dressed while boarding and getting off from the flight.
And not supposed to be.
They were. But mid-flight, they could take their clothes off and nude out. What's the...
Oh, so it's not... So it's all the passengers can get nude?
Yeah, but only mid-flight.
Nah. I'm sorry. That's not real. That's not true. Imagine, it gets weird when someone get their feet out and put it on the chairs. Someone's got manky feet.
Yeah.
Imagine it's got somebody's
By the
got
way,
something else that's manky.
Do you know the best thing about flying, right, is I realised over the week, and this might sound weird, but you can actually fart on them and be pretty, like, inconspicuous about it. I don't know, you just don't, because you don't smell it.
Tell me how you figured that out. Just exposing yourself to everyone.
Moving on. Is that true or false?
Quickly moving. That's false.
That's true.
You're joking. Get lost.
Do you know what? I thought I'd give it away as well. When I said the city of Erfurt, Erfurt.
I didn't hear you say that. You said to a Baltic state.
Yeah, from
resort.
the city of Erfurt to a famous Baltic Sea resort.
Oh,
Because I thought that giveaway because that's
when
2008.
is it still going?
I'm gonna say no.
No, there's no way. Okay, okay. Did you say 2008?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you been listening?
Maybe not.
Jesus.
I was going to say okay. Back then, yeah, I guess so. It was more of a maybe.
Right, so you have got 1 out of 2 so far.
All right. That's some pretty good odds.
That's not bad.
50%.
Right, number 3, Hello Kitty themed flight.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, you don't want to.
You don't even need to.
You sure?
It's in Japan, isn't it?
The theme runs through everything to do with your flight, starting with the check-in screens and your boarding pass. Nothing escapes the branding, so if you are not a fan of Hello Kitty, it's best to steer clear. It only gets more kitty-fied as time goes on. It's like Eva Air is a secondary point to what is now simply Hello Kitty Airline. Flight attendants greet you while dressed in pink Hello Kitty aprons, and your first sight on board is the sea of Hello Kitty dress covers. Before you relax with your kitty pillow, read your pink safety card instruction and watch the on-screen animations, which are bombardments of kitsch cuteness.
This is definitely in
And
Asia.
enjoy.
They love Hello Kitty over
Well, it's
there.
Eva Airlines.
Oh, so it's Taiwan.
No, it's
I'm sure that's where they come from.
Japan.
No, I thought Eva Airlines was Taiwan based. Evergreen Group in it. In it. I don't know. Anyway, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
See,
Fair play.
I told you.
Fair play.
Straight off the bat.
2 out of 3. Right. Number 4, Captain's Ticket.
This
on
is pretty good.
Pan Am.
Captain's Ticket.
Yeah. So, before 9/11, obviously, Pan Am used to offer what was referred to as the Captain's Ticket. It was issued by the airline to a select lucky few passengers a month who'd won competitions in local newspapers of its main hubs. After check-in, the lucky passenger was greeted by the flight crew and walked through security and airside right to the door of the plane, where a member of cabin crew would take over, seat them in the pilot jump seat, and provide pre-flight food and beverages whilst the other passengers boarded. Essentially speedy boarding.
Yeah.
They were then able to experience the whole flight up top from takeoff to landing. It's pre-9/11 though.
Sat in the pilot's...
Not in the actual...
No, sat in the jump seat?
Yeah, just in the jump seat, yeah.
That must be true, actually. That's cool. That is cool.
It's Pan Am, to be fair.
No, I'm going to say that's true.
Well,
No, I tell you why that must be true. You ever watched Catch Me If You Can?
No.
You have to watch it. It's about con artist.
It's got
Anyway,
Romeo
Robert
DiCaprio in it.
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. That's
Yeah.
it, yeah.
I was going to say Robert De Niro.
No, I've seen screenshots of it. It's a true story though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so good. But he was jump seating and he got away with stuff like that. So I reckon they do stuff, even though it's not like scamming, but
Yeah.
jump seating.
I mean,
reckon-
you are totally incorrect because it's false. I just made that up last night.
Oh. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's why I came up with it.
It's the fact that you said pre 9/11 just threw me off.
I know. That's
that
the
was
first
good.
thing I was like,
Yeah, that's
I've got him. Quite impressed with myself here.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely sold you on a fair few
Yeah, it's
occasions.
still 50-50.
Yeah, right. Last one. This will decide whether you come up with a positive outcome or negative.
Yeah.
Bikini Airlines is the title. In 2011, the Vietnamese low-cost airline Vietjet turned heads when they announced that some of its flights would be tended to by bikini-clad air hostesses or air hostess. The brainchild behind the idea was Vietnamese Nguyen Thi Phang Tho. The idea took off, pardon the pun, with it soon turning the businesswoman into a billionaire.
And that's still running.
I don't know. I'm going to say no in today's climate. Obviously with it.
I'm going to say that's true.
On what basis?
Because I feel like it's going to, if it's anywhere in the world, it's going to be successful. It's probably going to be Southeast Asia, stuff like that.
What do you say?
It's just the market that it's in.
Yeah, to be fair.
Like over here, I think there'd be more like, oh, well, not actually saying that. They had a plane to bloody nudist camps in Germany. So
what is your answer? That's the question.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes, you are correct.
I
So 3 out of 5, which
no way, and that made her a
Is it,
billionaire.
apparently so.